everybody, and welcome back to another development vlog. I'm sorry there is no update. There is no current update on the Steam Battalions thing. It seems less and less likely to happen just because it's getting more and more complicated. And normally for me complicated isn't a problem. However, this is something I've never done, so I'd rather have experience before jumping into something this complicated. But anyways, let's get on with it. So I'm just readjusting the format for this just to make it look better. And same thing with this. And we're going to start off this video by completely deleting everything here. Same thing with everything in here and in here. And then actually, wait, sorry, my bad. What is that? Is that a float? Oh, that's an integer. Okay, mouse X and mouse Y. So, start off with those two integers that we're missing right here. So we can just say public static void, nope, public static int x mouse X. No, I like X mouse and Y mouse better. What am I doing? X mouse. This should be, whoops. This should be Y mouse. There we go. So I'm not entirely sure what the structure is going to be yet, but I do have a loose plan, which is essentially copy the key manager, because I very much like the key manager structure right now. Let me just do this. And let's start off with that array list so we can make a private final Boolean array list that holds all of the buttons, much like how the keys array list array of booleans holds all of the keys. We can create a constructor, of course, that initializes that buttons array list, and we'll set it to have 256 slots. And then we're going to want to have a tick method, so we can say public void tick, and we can just say right here, we're going to want our actual buttons, so we can start off with public static boolean, and we can start off with a right click, right mouse, wait, RMB, sorry, right click, I guess we can just say right. No, right button would be better. No, what am I saying? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go retrieve my laptop. Alright, so we have mouse button 3 and mouse button 1. So we'll say right click, which is mouse button 3, and left click, and then we can say right is mouse button 3, and then left is mouse button 1. And now let's actually go over to the key manager. We initialize the key manager up here in the, I believe it's, yeah, the init. And in the pre-init, actually, we'll go, we'll create a private mouse man mouse manager equals to new mouse manager. And we'll actually add that mouse manager to the frame, but it's going to be a mouse listener, not a mouse motion listener. Oops, I did not mean to press that. Let me just make sure, yeah, I'm recording. Alright, so I have created my mouse manager, and I've added it to the frame. So now we just have to tick it. Doing mouse manager dot tick. Alright, and now we can go over to the mouse manager. You can see it turns yellow, and we can check whether each key is being pressed. So we can do right click equals to buttons, and then we'll get the key code for mouse event dot button 1, I believe. No, button 3 for that. And I don't know what mask does. 1 second. Let's see. With the appropriate mask parameter, if the mouse button has not been enabled on the component, the corresponding mouse events are dispatched. I have no idea what that means, but whatever. Just leave it like this, and then we can say left click equals to buttons mouse event dot button 1. Right? And we can now go down into the key events and do over on mouse button pressed, you can say buttons e.get button, that'll return the button code, equals to true. Now we can copy this, paste this here, set this to false, and now it should be detecting when a button is clicked. So let's just print out the right click. So you can see it's printing false when I right click. Okay, nothing is happening. That is not good. Okay, so buttons e.get button equals to true. What if we do mask? Alright. Let's print out the left click as well. Whoops. Okay, nothing. So I'm gonna open up my Batterman project because this is the only other project where I've actually done stuff with the mouse manager. Besides my 3D project, but that was so long ago when I was still using Eclipse. But let's see, does mouse event button 3? Yeah. Button e.get button equals to true. That is weird. Why isn't this working? Okay, so we're also implementing the mouse motion listener, so let's actually add that. Display.getFrame.add motion listener. Can we just do that? Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the key mouse manager. And actually, wait, I just want to check something. Okay, yeah. Mouse motion listener, mouse listener. Oh, wait. I added it on both the frame and the canvas. Maybe that's the reason? So, display.getCanvas.add mouse listener. Do that. Whoops. Display.getCanvas.add mouse motion listener. Do that. Oh, now it's working. Yeah, it's working now. And actually, if we take away the frame, will it still work? Yeah, so we don't actually need to add it to the frame then. Okay, just the canvas. Which makes sense because we're clicking on the canvas. Okay. So, now we can do that. But I do want to do the mouse click to mouse press, mouse release thing. So let's go back to my Clinomania project, because I did this with the keys. And let's test this out. So we can say, right here, public static boolean on key down, passing the button. Oops. The button. And we can say private static boolean has pressed equals to false, private static boolean has released equals to false, and then we can just say if button and has pressed, we'll say has pressed equals to true, return true, and actually we can just copy this, paste this here, and just paste button here instead. And we can do the same thing here, right? Just paste that. And here we can say button instead. Okay, so let's print out on key down. Okay, you know what? Let's say if on key down, and we'll say left click, then we're gonna print out left click pressed. So let's run that. So I'm gonna left click. Okay, that works. Okay, what about on key release? So I'm holding down left click, when I release it. Okay. Okay, that works. Perfect. So we've got our mouse manager set up, and on key held should work, just like all of the other ones. Now mouse moved is the one where we want to worry about. So we've got this X mouse and this Y mouse thing, integers, and we're not doing anything with that. But let's see. If I go into my Batteryman project, it says on mouse move UI manager. And for each one, it's just checking if it's in the bounds. Okay. So let's remove these. And when is add object used? Oh, here. Okay. Oops. When is... Okay, first of all, let's just modify this. There we go. Okay, so this ticks all the UI components. And we add all the UI components. When do we get this? Okay, when we clear it. Okay. So what I think I'm gonna do is you know what, let's first create the actual button. So let's do UI. Can create a oh no, we already have an image button. And in the main menu we can say, or wait, UI manager, we need the actual array list to be static. And okay, so main menu we can say UI manager dot get UI objects dot add let's see if I can do this. Let me just reference the menu state add. New UI image button. And what does this pass in? Wait, what? Button. Image button. Crap. This has the Alright, let me just go over here. What is it that the X, Y, width, height? Okay. So the X, let's just start at 0, 0. The width we'll say is as big as this button, which is 64 by 32. to, so X, Y, width, height, and then the text, I believe. Yeah, the text was next. So we can say test. And then was it the font? UI image button. Text font, yes, font, and we can say it's the font dot, no, fonts dot pixel regular. And the next thing is the buffered image, and then the click listener. Okay, so what is the buff? Okay, so let's first add in the click listener. Right. Okay, what? Alright, so we're gonna need to create an array of animations. So let's go over to Piscal and import this. Okay, and we can, let's rename this to button idle. And then we can, let's actually make this a little lighter there. A little lighter gray. Download this. And let's rename this to button pressed. Put this here, refractor. And then, oh shoot, we're gonna have to make an animation, aren't we? Alright, so let's go over to animations. Let's create an animation class. Animation, and we can say, actually, wait, what's in my clipboard? Okay, that's it. We can just copy this over. This entire thing. Just like that. And, wait a minute. How did I do it in here? There's assets, where's the assets? Assets. And, it was just an array. It wasn't like an actual animation. Okay, so it's good we have this still, but let's go over to our textures, and we can say public static buffered image, make that an array, and we can say btn. And then in the here we can say btn equals to a new buffered image, and it's gonna have 2 frames, so we're just gonna say 2 for the 2 indexes. And then here we're gonna actually tell which it's gonna be, so we can do btn index 0 is going to be equal to textures, or we don't need to do textures, we can just say get okay, well, wait, it's assets, textures, and then I have these different categories. I forgot to make that. So let's make our packages, so we can say items. Place that rocket launcher in there. Create a new package called statics. and that's actually going to be in the textures. Right. Let's go back here. So statics, and we're going to want another one called UI, and another one called creatures, and you know what, let's create another one called scenes. There we go. And I believe that's all of it, so now we can say put these in here, and we can say get UI texture, and the unlocalized name, oh shoot, wait, I completely forgot about the unlocalized name. Oh, okay, we can just say button idle. So that's gonna be texture 0, right? I believe. Okay, wait, this is 0, 0, and so the button is 0, 0. Okay, yeah, okay, so idle, button, idle. And then we can say that the second frame is equal to button pressed, right? So, there. What's giving me that error? Oh, in the main menu. And here we can say textures dot button. Okay. And now we have to pass in the click listener, which I have no idea what that is. So, oh, what? So, I I really don't know what to put in here. Wait, can I do that, right? And then do that. Put this here, right? Right? Yes? And then, I don't know, when is that called? Let's just say added test button in. Say main menu. And then we can just leave it at that, I suppose. I don't know what this thing is, nor what this is. And then go over to here. And we can say, I guess it would be better to put it down here. Public state, say the main menu, right? And then we go in the post init. We say main menu equals to a new menus, new main menu, right? And then we do state dot what? State dot. Oh, no, it's the. Wait a minute, what? It's state manager dot set state. I just call it. say main menu. And now what happens when we run it? What? Okay, add. Why is this place with lambda? Okay. And what happened to... Oh, wait a minute, I'm an idiot. We're not rendering any of these. So if we actually have to go in here first, and we can say... Wait, what do I do in here? We have to... Okay, yeah, we do. We have to do the ticking too, so we can say if state manager dot get current state does not equal to null, and do state manager dot get current state dot tick, and then in the render method, I suppose we just do the same exact thing, except we render and we pass in G. Alright, what happens when I run this? I feel like I don't think it's gonna... Oh. Okay. First of all, that's the wrong texture. Or the wrong... Yeah, that's just the wrong one. Wait, that's the wrong font. What font did we pass in? Pixel regular. Pixel regular. Pixel regular. This is pixel regular, not blocks regular. Why is it giving me the wrong one? Why does it say rebound, anyways? Wait, that doesn't even say rebound. That's like re-bound. What? Who is doing this to me? Oh, wait, no, this isn't being rendered. Okay, well, let's go over here to public void. Oh, I see. UI manager. Is it? It's. Oh wait, it is being created. Wait. Yeah, we are creating it. UI manager. Let's make this static. Let's go over here. Say add. What? Get UI public static void. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. Still not working, of course. But at least we fixed that. Let's go back to the UI manager. See, it is being ticked, it is being rendered. Get UI manager. What is this being called? Clear. So that's just clearing it. That's only called when it's clearing it. Oh, sorry, I have this random sheet. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna come back when I've got a solution. Okay, I found the problem. So this add UI objects method is being called in the init method, but this init method's never being called. So when we actually switch states, we're gonna want to call this init method. So I'm gonna solve this by going to the states method, and this init method, you can see it's never actually called. So we can say in the state manager that we can say public static state or void set states. We can say current state and sorry, we pass in the state. We would say current state, well, state equals to state, right? And why is that? Oh, we already have that, my bad. Sorry, we can just modify it up here and say current state dot init. There we go. What's the okay. Will it work? It worked, okay. Perfect. Now, I forgot where that high is coming from. I believe it's in the manager. I was wrong. Why is it giving me one unrelated problem? That's completely false. Okay, UI manager. It's probably here. It's not. Of course it's not. Oh wait, no, it's an UI image button, right? Yeah, right here. Crap. Is this called ever? Yes. On mouse release. Okay, so let's go into the main menu and let's actually change the X and Y. I'm just gonna put it to let's make it double, so we'll do 128 and 64. And then that means, and then I want to center it, so we're just gonna do half of the screen, which is 600, minus half of the actual image, the actual button width, which would be 64. So minus 64, that would be 536, 536, I believe, 536, and it doesn't matter if it's perfect, really. And then the Y, I believe the Y is 900. Let me check. 700, so that would mean 450. Nope, that's 900. I'm an idiot. 350. So that would be 350, and then we'd subtract half of the height, which is minus 32, which would be 300. Wait, 32, right? The height is 60. Yeah, so 32. So minus 30, 20, and then minus the 2 is 18. 18. Let's run this. Let's see. Alright, it's perfectly centered, and we can't actually click it. And which makes sense because we're not actually doing anything when the mouse is hovering. Which I'm gonna do this later, honestly. I'm so exhausted at this point. But what I can do is say get mouse, so we're gonna want to. Okay, so what I can do is say public static int, and I can say get xmouse, get mouse x, I suppose. And that would just return xmouse. Public static int get mouse y, return y mouse. There we go. So now if we go over to the UI image button, we're going to want to change how the clicking works, which I will do in another episode because this video's getting kind of long. It's reaching 40 minutes and 10 seconds, so have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rebound Development. Also, I am doing Sky Factory again, but this time it's on the server. I didn't restart, I just uploaded the world from my single player. just in case anybody wanted to join. So any progress that I made during a single player, it was kept, as you can see. And I did make a smeltery, which is 7 by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 by 7 right here. And I do want to expand or raise the height of this. Shouldn't be too hard, but that's going to be in a different video. But you can see I did implement my system for my old Sky Factory world. See, just to explain it again, yeah, I made the compact chest, but just to explain it again, I have this auto sapling auto sapling farm, you know, the bonsai pot, right? Bonsai pot with the mulch in it, and it's automatically growing, hopping bonsai pot, which is automatically growing saplings, which is automatically putting resin, acorns, wood, sticks, leaves, and saplings into this chest. Now, everything but the resin and the acorns is flammable. So, all of the acorns, since this one's for diamonds, all of the acorns for the diamonds are going into this packager. And once it reaches 9, it's going to auto-craft it into diamonds, which is just going to put all the diamonds in here. But this packager requires power, so all of the resin, everything but the acorn, so resin, wood, sticks, leaves, saplings are all going through this item extraction cable, as you can see, and goes down into the simple combustion generator, which automatically powers this packager. So everything flammable goes in here. And don't worry about the resin, because it will not go inside of the simple combustion generator, since it can't be turned into power. Instead, it just goes all the way up into the trash void and deletes it. Now for the gold, it's a little bit different because it requires resin and gold acorns. But the main thing is the resin. So this just takes in the resin and acorns, puts it in here, automatically crafts it into gold amber, and then the rest of this stuff is flammable. Everything in this chest, including the saplings, are flammable, which can go inside of this to create power. But it is an extremely efficient process. You can see everything's full with power, so theoretically I didn't need each individual one to have a combustion generator. I could have just had one combustion generator, and each one would connect to it. So that's what I did. I also got a few saplings. Fairly easy stuff. The only thing that isn't going to be easy is the blue slime sapling, because we need to put, I believe it's a lapis sapling, inside of milk, and that milk you need, obviously, you need cows to get milk, and I currently do not have any way of getting cows. Although, cow sapling, cow seeds. But for leather, I need meat, and I don't currently have any. Okay, this is going to be a little bit difficult, but hopefully next episode I'll have it done. Also, this thing is obviously retired because I have my super smelter right here, and yeah, that's it. So, have a good day. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.